For those of you curious, I'm drinking Rock and Rye in my Swedish Sugar Little White Lies mug. Is that corner of my room a mess? Yes. Am I really stupid to be balancing a red liquid on top of a book on top of the cat perch when I have a tan rug? Also, yes, that is actually really stupid. I shouldn't do that. Hi guys, it's Misty from the Book Rat. Today I wanted to have a little book chat about a topic that I've been wanting to talk about for a while and I've hinted at in the past, and that is title love. We've talked before about buying things for the cover. As much as we tell ourselves not to judge things based on the cover, we all do. Don't even play. You know you do. You know you do. But I think something that we don't talk about but that we also do is judging things by the cover. And I know there are times when I need a book, have to have it, just because the title is so fantastic. So I sat down and made a list. This is by no means an exhaustive list. I am a title lover for sure, but this is just kind of representative of some of the titles that I like, and I noticed that they kind of fall into categories. So I'm going to talk about specific titles that I like, but also what makes a title that I like. I'm going to start off by saying I am a sucker for the blank of blank and blank titles. I don't care that they are so cliched at this point. Daughter of Smoke and Bone, The Forest of Hands and Teeth, Strands of Bronze and Gold, Children of Blood and Bone. I don't care. I know that they are such a cliche at this point that they've actually been memed, and there are so many things online of like, find out your YA title by using your birth month and the color of shirt you're wearing or whatever, and it's all like a blank of blank and blank. I get it. Don't care. There's a rhythm to it that I really like, and also they just tend to be full of buzzwords that are intriguing, so it's kind of, as cheesy as it is, it's meant to kind of grip you and make you be like, I want to know about that. Smoke and bone and blood and bronze and gold and teeth and hands and whatever else it may be. It's YA reader catnip. For that matter, pretty much anything that has bones or blood or smoke, and maybe even feathers in the title, tends to catch my eye. That's pretty much always the case, but specifically titles like By These 10 Bones or Because It Is My Blood or The Bards of Bone Plain, they have a bit of a intrigue to them, along with that kind of slightly disturbing, like, rooted earthiness of blood and bone that just, it draws you in, makes you want to know. For that matter, that might be kind of a symptom of a larger issue, which is darker titles. I tend to like a good dark title. Talked before about Amelia Ann is Dead and Gone, which I know I still haven't read yet, but that title though, not only does it have the darkness to it, but it has some intrigue. You want to know who Amelia Ann is. There's a connection there. It's immediate. There's a person, and you want to know why she's dead and gone. So it kind of hits on a couple of my title things. You can probably see my arm moving and you're like, well, what the hell? Well, now you see a tail, so now you know. But other dark titles like The Knife of Never Letting Go or Sorrow's Knot, things that kind of hint at a not fluffy story, definitely draw me in, for sure. I guess Mad Apple kind of falls in that category too, even though, I mean, it's a thing, Mad Apple is a thing, but it has that little bit of offness to it that makes it a little darker, and the book is definitely a little darker. Things like that, I guess, they just intrigue me. They make me want to know what the heck is going on, and how dark does it get? How deep does the rabbit hole go? I've noticed that I tend to like longer titles too, and titles that maybe feel like they are an answer to a question, hi there, or are part of a longer sentence maybe, or that raise questions themselves. I guess The Knife of Never Letting Go is kind of like that, but also things like We Have Always Lived in the Castle. It's a pretty long title, and you want to know, it makes you wonder, like, who is we? What and where is the castle? Why have you always lived there? Like, it starts that process of getting you connected to the book and making you curious about it, which is what a good title should do. Or For Darkness Shows the Stars, which I guess kind of also hits on some of those questions and darkness thing. Also things like The Sweetness at the Bottom of the Pie or Revenge of the Girl with a Great Personality. There are a lot of long titles out there. There are some that are ridiculously long, but sort of longer, slightly more lyrical, potentially, titles, and just things that catch your eye and make you kind of question what's going on there. Even excessively long titles like the Fairyland series by Kat Valente, The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making, The Girl Who Fell Beneath Fairyland and Led the Revels There, The shit, I don't even know. They're so long that I can't even remember them. There's kind of an offshoot to this too, where it's like lists of things. So like, I have one on my shelves that I bought purely because of the title, and I think I will read it and probably even like it, but that's not why I bought it. I bought it because of the title, and it's Wolves, Boys, and Other Things That Might Kill Me, I think it's called. But there are other ones very similar to that. The Earth, My Butt, and Other Big Round Things or Big Fat Things, I don't remember what it's called. Lists like that. Just, I don't know. It just does it. I am a list maker. That's probably why. I like things that have a good quirk factor to them. Where'd You Go, Bernadette is kind of one of those. It's just like, it's such a strange title, even though it seems really straightforward. It's very different. There's not really anything else like that out there, and so that catches your eye. Coldest Girl in Cold Town is a very quirky title, and immediately makes me want to read it. I can't believe that I haven't read that yet. I pick it up all the time. I don't know why I haven't read it yet. Yellow Cake is kind of a quirky and weird title that makes me want to read the book. Wink Poppy Midnight or Tender Morsels, which, though it doesn't seem dark, neither of those words are dark, for whatever reason put together, Tender Morsels seems weirdly ominous, doesn't it? I mean, maybe it's partly because I know what the book's about, but that is a title, just, it seems ominous. It seems so sweet and unassuming that it has to be hiding something. I think that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe I read into things too much. I also, and there's a fine line between winning me over and totally getting on my nerves with this, but I like titles that are kind of a play on something, so Drink, Slay, Love. Or there is a book series that some of the books kept getting sent to me. I haven't read any of them yet because I want to say they started sending me the books like in the middle of the series, but they're all bird puns, like Lord of the Wings. That just kind of makes me want to read it. It's just so quirky and silly that I just need to. I didn't really stop to think about it, but I'm sure I have things that are also title pet peeves. So maybe I'll kind of make a list and think about those a bit and do a follow-up video to this, but I just noticed that there's something about specific styles of titles and certain titles in general that even sometimes if I feel like I'm never going to read the book, I still want just because of the title, which is ridiculous. I understand that, but I think that's just the way my brain works, and it's probably how some of your brains work, and it's why marketing is so effective. And why titles are so important. So those are some of the things that kind of pull me in, make me want them. This ended up being a much quicker video than I was anticipating. I think. I haven't looked at the timestamps, but I think I did pretty good. Let me know some of your favorite titles and the style of titles that tends to draw you in. I would love to hear about them in the comments, and probably agree, because my list could have gone on. I stopped when I filled a page. There will be more pages. That's just a guarantee. So I would love to hear some of yours. Let me know in the comments. And if you would like to see a least favorite titles and styles chat, or revisit the cover chat, or do a least favorite covers chat, or any other topic for book chat, let me know, because I'm making my list now. Also, if you would like to see any tea chats, which are just life things, let me know those too. There is zero vodka in this. But that is all for now. Thank you guys for watching and chatting, and happy reading. Stop it. That's not yours. We don't chew on Jane Austen things, buddy.